Hey y'all, this is Porty 1119 with Head Frame Hunters. We're here in Perry County, Indiana at the Derby Underground Mine. This was a underground urban pillar limestone mine that shut down about 1985. After that, there was some use of it as an explosives depot, which is why we've got trailer magazines up there. You can see they're reinforced. Also got a Case 580L backhoe in real good shape. So we're gonna head on down this way. I think the road is flooded, so we might have to climb up that slope and see if we can't parallel it. Oh, yeah, this is... How deep is it flooded? That's another trailer. It's up to the axles. Man, yeah, that's too deep. We're gonna have to go around. There should be at least 2 portals down there, plus some other stuff. We're gonna check that out in a minute. Cut back when we get there. So, this mine was run by Mulzer Crushed Stone, and shut down about 85. We actually found references of 2 different mines on this in the vicinity. One being the Mulzer Underground, or the Derby Underground, the other one being the Derby Slope. I don't know which one this is, but it's here.
Now watch out for falling caterpillars.
10-4. They've got roof bolts and mesh for ground control in the portals. So up until fairly recently, this mine was used by a company called Conex for explosive storage. And this right here is a portable magazine. It's empty, as with everything here. They're shut down, or they'd be getting ATF citations left and right. Now, the real cool thing is that, I was about to say, we got good back in here. This is actually a spot of slabby back. So you can see that's their natural ceiling, and then this right here is another layer. It's safe to go under it because it's properly bolted, but it's something to keep an eye on.
Also, there's no large rocks on the ground, so there's no history since anyone's been here of rocks falling through the ceiling.
Yep. And it is officially too dim for my cap lamp to properly deal with, so I think we're gonna circle back to the other portal and grab some better illumination. So this one is placarded for blasting agents. It's a trailer magazine. Blasting agents meaning ANFO or ammonium nitrate fuel oil. So what that is, it's diesel and fertilizer. And it's usually coupled, or is coupled, with primers, which are a cap and a primer explosive, usually an emulsion. So we're gonna go back and get that better illumination in a moment. Well, I can count at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like at least 4 breaks back. Can't yet tell how extensive this mine is. I don't think it's too big because there's a surface pit on the other side of the ridge we're under. So it looks like Conex, which was that explosives company, they had, that's a diesel tank, probably off a bulk truck. ATF, some kind of bored up here. Not sure entirely what for. Overall, this is just pretty standard equipment for explosives yard. There's your other portal. You can see they've got a whole lot of magazines out there. Being underground miners, this ain't something we see too often. This is a big old drill bit for a surface hammer drill. That'd be things look like mini oil rigs on tracks, and they'll so they've got nozzles like that to pump water and or mud down it to cool it. Ours, we just run water on them. Our drill bits at our mine are probably about 2.5 inches thick, and they're disposable on drill steel on a Fletcher double boom jumbo. There's a hobbit in the magazine. We're gonna take a walk down this way. You can see fuel tanks, which would have been used for diesel, that would have been mixed into ANFO. They just would have gotten their AN prill and stored it on a bulk truck. Probably been able to mix it on the bulk truck. I actually was a bulk truck operator for a little bit. We had a 80s Mac 10-wheeler that was about at the end of its useful life. Ran a pump and the augers off a PTO. So it's real interesting. And that explains why they went underground here. Their overburden is shale. See that kind of dark gray rock? Which looks like they got about 15 feet of soil over their shale, and then their good layer of limestone that they were mining. Man, there ain't anybody back here in years. This road's totally washed out. No smoking, blasting agents. Wait, what the hell? That's no bueno. That, ladies and gentlemen, is emulsion. They didn't drain it all the way. That's just great. Better not wear these boots to the airport security anymore.
That's what I'm looking at sometimes.
Yeah. That's a cool part, is that this is blasting, and we both know blasting. So these are caps for drill holes, especially in a wet mine. So you'd plug something like this down after you've drilled the hole before you load it, so it doesn't get full up with mud or water. Or
the end of the drill hole likes to either collect water
or collapse.
Yes.
Yeah, drill collars are a bit of a thing, especially surface, where you can have huge shots. Underground, our headings are each about 1,100-1,200 tons. It's a 25 foot high by 45 foot wide by about 14 feet deep. A dolomite. We're gonna head down this way. There was some more stuff to see. But under surface, you can have huge shots that can take days or weeks to drill, and they'll shoot it.
Nothing in here.
They'll shoot it, and they'll muck that out for weeks. You know, they have very little overburden here. That's shit, 50 feet of overburden.
That's a mixed blessing.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot more issues with subsidence and major roof falls in mines with minimal overburden than in deeper mines, odd as that may be. But one of the things...
We've seen, that one looks pretty stable, but there's no telling what's under the water level either.
I agree. I don't think the mine's fully flooded.
No.
I think it's just, you know...
I think it may be time to get an inflatable raft.
I agree. I think it's deep enough to be annoying, but probably not deep enough to prevent entry with waders, a raft, or even rubber boots. This plywood pole, or wooden pole right here, is a loading pole. So what this would be used for in underground headings, if it's going to be used to tamp your primer down. So what we would do when I was loading powder was we'd take our hoses, and they were big old rigid hoses that you'd pump info through with a air compressor, and we'd just push the primer to the back of the hole. Didn't worry about squidging it too much, but if you're loading dynamite as your primer, then you gotta squidge it into that hole, because that cartridge is usually a lot smaller than your hole diameter, and if you put pressure on the end of it, then it will squeeze it or squidge it to fit that hole and give you better compression.
Is definitely a technical term.
It's a very technical term, just like woobing. Woob, woob, woob. And engineers will say oscillating, but if you work with it, it woobs.